Good morning, everybody. Hope you can hear me well. Thank you. So Angie and I are very excited to present to you this morning. So as mentioned, I'm Ken Manoff, and I get the great pleasure of working with our channel partners all across the Americas. Before we get started, though, I want to take a second and recognize our long-term partner, CTC. Not only is CTC a long-term partner of Autodesk, but our relationship is built on trust, alignment, and success. Success not only with their business with Autodesk, of course, but more importantly is the success with each and every one of you in this audience. So a big shout out and thank you to our partner, CTC. Thank you. So let's go ahead and talk about entering the era of connection. And we've talked about our individual workflow solutions advantage for several years, the depth and breadth across the life cycle for building and infrastructure projects. But now the I in BIM is more powerful than ever. Information is everywhere. Sensors are everywhere. And now everything can be geolocated. We are able to connect our solutions like never before. So let's take a look back so that we can better understand where we are headed. Pretty cool video, huh? So more than 30 years ago, as we all know, Autodesk software helped shift work from the drafting table to the computer with AutoCAD software. We call this the era of documentation. We help designers, engineers, and contractors leverage digital technology to transition from error-prone and inefficient manual processes. And I think we all know that DWG became the standard in the industry. And then digital modeling technology ushered in the era of optimization, along with building information modeling, or BIM as we certainly know it. When we moved from 2D to 3D, Autodesk invested strongly to help the industry transition to BIM. And we are still doing that today with products and workflows that help visualize, simulate, and analyze all of our designs before we break ground. It is probably worth mentioning, actually definitely worth mentioning, that we acquired Revit 15 years ago today. Isn't that amazing? How time flies, 15 years ago. And of course, the results are clear, as you can see on the screen. Many of you have experienced similar types of results by adopting BIM. And BIM adoption is rapidly accelerating around the globe. Increasingly, owners and governments are mandating the use of BIM to significantly reduce waste on public projects, and they're mandating it as part of the constructor sector transformation, cost-saving efforts, and even in the end, climate change mitigation strategies. BIM is here to stay and only getting stronger. And now we enter the era of connection. It's a new opportunity for builders, designers, engineers, and owner-operators. One where the digitalization, the power of the cloud, and big data are changing everything. Where the boundaries between planning, designing, and building are disappearing. Digitalization and access to the cloud will drive this. The cloud lets AEC teams organize themselves, manage information, and execute processes across distributed environments. So before we talk about Autodesk-specific efforts, let's look at how technology is changing everything around us. It's changing how we buy glasses, for example, clothing, music, and even recently, I received a gift certificate for a pair of earbuds, a custom-made set of earbuds, where they said, download an app. I did that, And through the app, I took a picture of both of my ears, and the company was able to understand the sizing and the shape of my ears. I guess they're a bit awkward, I don't know, and build me a custom set of earbuds. And boy, by the way, they fit amazing. And all through that experience, they sent it to me. This is what the world is all about today. This is a great example of connecting the digital and physical worlds. And everywhere we look, everyone is looking to disrupt status quo. Status quo is no longer where we should be. Any companies that are thinking of holding on to what they do today, those are the companies we see falling behind. So what I would like to do is share some of the trends that are shaping our strategy and direction with you. So the first trend is higher definition surveying. And we all know that current surveying methodology remains one of the major reasons why projects are delayed and go over budget. New technologies such as Autodesk Recap Pro that integrate high-definition photography, 3D laser scanning, and GIS can dramatically improve accuracy and speed. This is another example of connecting digital and physical. This is the Glen Canyon Dam, one of the largest man-made reservoirs, and it's a vital defense against severe droughts. This model will support education programs for operations and maintenance for years to come. The second trend is around machine learning. Machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence that provides computers with the ability to learn without being programmed. Imagine if you feed these programs with past project information, what we can do. This is a layout of our new Autodesk Toronto office. Of course, we did surveys of the employees, identifying work requirements and preferences up front. We also had to understand our design goals for increased productivity and collaboration. We then used generative design to lay out alternative designs and optimize for the best outcome. This learning will allow us to enhance our software that you already use today. And by the way, we ended up with a pretty cool office. The third trend is around digital visualization and was mentioned earlier. Virtual reality is being adopted at an impressive speed. You've seen many phones that include headsets just in the last year. This is becoming a reality within the AEC segment as well. Let's see an example. Imagine yourself immersing yourself in a coffee shop well before any construction begins, understanding experiences, lighting, layout, product placement, and much more. The accuracy and level of detail has definitely come a long way making this usable. Even being able to provide field workers with a visual tool. Kind of makes me want to get a cup of coffee. And the last trend that I want to talk about is around future-proofing design and construction. I'm excited about this, that we're entering a really new, interesting era where manufacturing and construction processes are merging. We see an increased use of prefabrication and robotics. Autodesk is ideally positioned to lead the way in this new industrialization of construction. I like this topic so much because I have a manufacturing background. Not very popular in this room, but that's fine. and so I wanted to share a couple of examples of this trend. So this is Redpoint. It's an app designed to increase safety on the job site. Imagine if you could outline an area on a mobile device and then equip workers with a sensored vest that not only alerts the foreman, but the workers when entering unsafe areas. This is another great example of connecting the digital and physical worlds together. Think of the possibilities. Pretty cool. Also, 3D printing technology has shown great promise as long as I can remember, but now it becomes reality. Fast Brick Robotics is pioneering innovation in construction, bringing this same technology on a larger scale, obviously, to construction. Think of the quality, the cost savings, the benefits of such technology in the construction site. I think it's pretty amazing. Who would have dreamt that 3D printing technology could have gone to this level? Fast Brick Robotics. What are the possibilities? Really cool. So Autodesk is at the intersection of the need for more buildings and infrastructure, and at the same time, the democratization of the technology. We are taking the lead in making these digital technologies relevant and valuable for our customers. Now I'd like to turn this over to my colleague, Angi Izzi, who's going to show you what the era of connection means to our current product strategy as it relates to collaboration. Angi? Thank you.
Thanks, Ken. Lynn, this is only my second invite to Midwest U, so hopefully I'll get a couple more invites in the future. Love being here in the Midwest. Thanks again for having me here. I'm really excited to show you some exciting technology today. We are really looking at the era of connection as a way of getting into connected BIM. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how we're talking about collaboration in the future. As traditional silos disappear, BIM's going to provide a foundation for success for all of you. As you saw today earlier, BIM was part of the success for this stadium project. And this is really about enabling the entire life cycle for design, build, and operate to seamlessly be connected. But what does connected BIM mean? It's not a product. It's not a process. It's really simply describing the potential value of BIM in tightly interconnected workflows, spanning design, build, and own processes for buildings and infrastructure. It really is enabling Autodesk to help provide you software to do that. So BIM is the power of the cloud. It really allows us to look at a couple of things. We look at insight, really being able to have bidirectional information, like the coffee shop, for instance, providing insight of the coffee shop, being able to see what's going on, what the building's going to look like. Really enable continuity, the continuity of real-time access, understanding what, in a common place what the most up-to-date design is. And then collaboration. Collaboration being able to, in the mobile world that we live in, really being able to have anytime access to that information.
Imagine a design project so complex that it requires dozens of stakeholder groups from across the globe to deliver it. And imagine them collaborating seamlessly to deliver a world-class building ahead of schedule and under budget, regardless of location, discipline, or software tool sets. Imagine them working together in a single project ecosystem, planning, designing, building, solving challenges, and making swift decisions based on deep insight, driving up profitability, driving down coordination issues. Welcome to the future of project delivery. Autodesk is transforming the way we work by developing an entirely new system for the BIM project lifecycle, from design through construction. This platform unifies everyone in a common data environment, building owners to architects, engineers to general contractors, eliminating the complexities of today's project collaboration process. Gone will be a lack of insight due to companies working in design and data silos. Gone will be incompatibility concerns like unique software toolsets, different IT stacks, or inefficient handoffs that hinder collaboration and slow momentum. And gone will be the headaches of working with multiple global teams and relying on phones, file servers, and emails to communicate. This is the Autodesk Cloud made fluent in BIM. Beyond a place to simply store or share files, it will be the foundation for how teams deliver projects. Here will be a single project environment where design and construction teams will collaborate, design, review, and build as if in a single location. Here, insights into clashes, model changes, and quality control are easily accessible. Here, independent systems and tool sets work as one. Here, the design and construction teams are connected, with project documentation available in real time to those in the field. And here, all stakeholders are provided access to the right version of the right data in the right context and on the right device. When it comes to delivering projects, it is often the process that defines the success of the project. Welcome to a better process. Welcome to the future of project delivery.
Pretty inspiring, huh? This really excites me. It makes me really proud to be working on this project. So we want to talk a little bit about the trends that are driving this, the trends around project delivery. It really is around owners realizing the BIM mandates that are coming from owners today, and then understanding the greater project savings and the advancement of new standards. This is really important for driving the success for project delivery. The other thing is really is designs are optimized. There's this high frequency of information that comes across the projects. You notice that in the stadium project, the information, especially on the generative design area, really have to be able to manage that information. And then the third thing is really around the distributed teams. It really is a great idea to be able to use the distributed talent from anywhere that they possibly can be across the world. And this is really driving this project delivery mechanism that we're putting together. So let's take a step back for a moment and let's talk about how our customers deliver projects today. There's this massive amount of coordination that takes place, risk mitigation that takes place on all these projects. And we really need to understand how they go from design to documentation to construction handover and be able to use all that information and have the most up-to-date information, really around data management. And our portfolio today supports a lot of these projects during the phases of these projects. So let's start kind of, our established tools really are around some certain tools that we've created for construction. Let's kind of start looking at these first. You heard a little bit about them from Mortensen today. Glue, field, layout. These are really around digitizing the construction site. And last year, we brought Autodesk Docs, we brought BIM 360 Docs to the field, really allowing construction documentation management. Moving to the top, we actually have all these world-class solutions that we've had for authoring tools for many years, and now we're starting to connect them together in new, meaningful ways. And last year, we brought you BIM 360 Team as a way of connecting teams with Collaboration for Revit. And Collaboration for Revit has really been the best-in-class cloud solution for allowing teams to collaborate together. I'm here today to make a big announcement. The big announcement is BIM 360 is going to become our common data layer. It becomes our new brand for design, build, and operate, not just the construction tools. So this is really around allowing customers to really have a line around the design, build, and operate of a building. But that's not it. This all has to be in one common data environment. And we really, I shared with you that we have, made this brand, the BIM 360 brand is really our common data layer. But it really is not done. We're not done yet because right now we kind of have a bifurcated stack. We have two separate offerings. We have the BIM 360 Team and the Docs. I'm here today to tell you that we're combining these. This year they will become a unified stack. This will be a common data environment for designers, owners, and operators and construction to come to one place to work. This is very exciting for us. I really wanted to come and show you kind of a product teaser. So imagine you can be in one model, in one interface, and be able to navigate through hundreds of PDFs, as you see across the bottom of the screen, navigating in a hypermodel way and delivering project information the way teams think, in different scopes of detail and for different scopes of work. Imagine eliminating silos and improving coordination, really enabling customers clearly to reduce friction, deliver a virtual co-location experience, and enable deeper insight into the project. That's what we're providing. That's what BIM 360 will become. So before I leave, I just want to make sure I make one point. Today in market, we have BIM 360 Team and Collaboration for Revit for design teams. Really important that you start moving to this technology because we're taking this further this year. This is not a new product we're offering. We're just enhancing our existing products. BIM 360 Docs is really our construction data management solution, really around coordinating controlled construction document access. So my biggest message for you today is trust the cloud, trust Autodesk Cloud, and bring your projects here to communicate and coordinate. Thank you so much.